Welcome to our podcast. Today, we're diving into a powerful topic: how to force your brain to think in English. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to talk about strategies and secrets that can train your brain to switch from your native language into English automatically.
Exactly. And before we start, let me say something very important. Here, you can learn English easily. Every single day, we help you get closer to your goals. You're not alone in this journey.
So let me ask you, dear listener, have you ever noticed that when you try to speak English, your brain first thinks in your native language and then you translate word by word?
And that translation process is slow, right? Sometimes frustrating. It makes you lose confidence. Imagine, you want to say something simple like, I'm hungry, but in your mind you first say in your own language, then you try to translate it, and sometimes you even forget the exact word.
Exactly. That's why today's episode is crucial. We will show you how to stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
And we will make it fun, interactive, and exciting. So, keep listening until the end, because we'll share exercises you can do immediately after this episode to reprogram your brain.
Let's start with a question. Why is it so difficult to think in English?
Good question. The reason is simple. Your brain is used to patterns. From childhood, your native language created strong pathways in your mind. Every time you want to express a thought, your brain runs to the familiar path, your first language.
It's like a highway that you always use. And English? Well, it's still a small, bumpy road. You need to build it into a highway.
And to do that, you need to practice deliberately. You can't just wait for English thinking to magically appear.
Exactly. You have to force your brain at the beginning. Later, it will become natural.
Let's give our listeners the first technique: immersion.
Yes. Immersion means surrounding yourself with English. But careful, most learners misunderstand this. They think immersion means moving to an English-speaking country.
Not true. You can immerse yourself right where you are. For example, change the language of your phone to English. Watch movies without subtitles or with English subtitles. Listen to music in English and read the lyrics.
And here's a challenge for you, dear listener. Today, choose one daily activity, maybe cooking or walking or cleaning your room, and while you do it, describe it in English in your mind. Don't translate. Just use the words you already know.
Let's try it together. Imagine you're making tea. In your mind, say, I'm boiling water. I'm putting tea in the cup. I'm pouring hot water. Simple, right?
And if you don't know a word, don't stop. Use a different word or describe it. For example, if you don't know kettle, just say, the thing I use to boil water. This forces your brain to stay in English.
Let's share some practical exercises.
Exercise 1. Name everything around you in English. Look around your room right now. Say, table, chair, window, curtain, book, phone.
Exercise 2. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself. Say what you're doing. I am sitting. I am listening. I'm learning.
Exercise 3. Ask yourself questions in English. For example, what time is it? What I want to eat? How do I feel? And then answer in English.
Here's a fun one: the 5-sentence story. Every day, tell yourself a mini story in English using just 5 sentences. For example, 1. Yesterday I woke up late. 2. I ran to the bus stop. 3. The bus was full. 4. I had to stand all the way. 5. But I finally arrived at school.
That's brilliant. Simple stories, but they train your brain to build sentences directly in English.
But wait, before we go further, we need to talk about mindset.
Oh, yes. Many learners tell themselves, I can't think in English. It's too hard. My brain doesn't work that way.
That belief is dangerous, because if you keep saying it, your brain will believe it.
So, Let's change the story. Tell yourself, I can think in English. I am training my brain. Every day it's getting easier.
Dear listener, say it with me right now, out loud. I can think in English.
Again, I can think in English.
Feels good, right? That energy is important.
Let's get practical. One of the biggest blocks to thinking in English is vocabulary. If you don't have the words, your brain gets stuck.
True. But listen carefully. You don't need thousands of words to start thinking in English. You need the most common words, the words you use every single day.
For example, words for daily routines: wake up, eat, drink, go, work, sleep. Words for feelings: happy, sad, tired, excited. Words for places: home, school, work, street, shop.
Here's a tip. Make a list of your top 50 words. These are words you use constantly in your life. Write them in English and then practice making sentences with them.
Let's give an example. Imagine one of your top words is phone. You can make sentences like, where is my phone? I'm charging my phone. I left my phone at home.
See how simple it is? And the more you practice, the faster your brain connects those words without translation.
And here's a challenge for you, dear listener. After this podcast, choose 5 of your top words and write 10 sentences with each. That's 50 sentences. It may sound like a lot, but your brain will love the repetition.
Let's go deeper. Thinking in English is not just about words. It's about phrases.
Yes, native speakers don't think in single words. They think in chunks, small groups of words that naturally go together.
For example, instead of thinking make plus a plus photo, you should learn the phrase take a photo. Instead of big rain, you should learn heavy rain.
Exactly. And when you learn these phrases, your brain doesn't need to build the sentence from zero. It just pulls the ready-made phrase.
Let's play a quick game. I'll say a word, and you, dear listener, try to think of the natural phrase in English. Ready? The word is decision. What phrase do you think of?
The answer: make a decision, not do a decision.
Next word, mistake. The correct phrase? Make a mistake.
One more: homework. The phrase is do homework, not make homework.
Perfect. If you practice phrases like these every day, your brain will start thinking in English more smoothly.
Now, let's talk about visualization. This is powerful.
Visualization means creating mental pictures in English. When you imagine something, don't describe it in your native language. Describe it in English.
For example, close your eyes and imagine a park. Trees, children playing, a dog running. Now, in English, describe it in your mind. I see green trees. The children are laughing. A dog is running fast.
This technique forces your brain to connect English directly with images, not with your native words.
Exactly. And that's the secret. English must connect to reality, not translation.
This brings us to another important point. Stop translating.
Yes. Translation is the enemy of fluency.
Think about it. When you hear the word apple, do you first see the word in your native language, or do you see the fruit in your mind?
For native English speakers, they see the fruit instantly. No translation. That's what we want for you.
And how do you achieve it? By practicing direct connections. For example, take a word like dog. Don't write dog equals your language. Instead, look at a picture of a dog and say dog.
Or take actions. When you drink water, say in your mind, I'm drinking water. Don't translate. Just connect the action to the English phrase.
Let's make it fun. Here are some games you can play to force your brain to think in English.
Game 1. 20 objects. Look around your room and name 20 objects in English without stopping. If you forget a word, describe it.
Game 2. 5 questions. Ask yourself 5 questions in English and answer them. For example, what time is it? What day is it today? What do I want to eat? What is my plan tomorrow? How do I feel right now?
Game 3, memory chain. Start with one sentence. For example, I have a book. Then add to it, I have a book and a phone. Then, I have a book, a phone, and a glass of water. Keep going as long as you can.
These games are simple, but they push your brain to stay in English.
Let's not forget listening. Listening is fuel for your brain.
Absolutely. If you want to think in English, you must hear a lot of English. Every single day.
Podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos, anything. But here's the trick. Listen actively.
What does that mean? Don't just play English in the background. Focus. Repeat what you hear. Pause and say the sentence out loud. Shadowing technique is perfect for this.
Shadowing means listening and repeating immediately, like an echo. If the speaker says, I'm going to the store, you repeat instantly, I'm going to the store.
This method forces your brain to copy native rhythm and think in English patterns.
Let's talk about fear. Many learners don't think in English because they're afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, fear creates a block in your mind. Instead of focusing on ideas, you focus on grammar. Instead of enjoying the conversation, you worry about being wrong.
But here's the truth. Mistakes are not your enemy. They are your teachers.
Exactly. Think of a child. When a child learns to speak, they make mistakes all the time. They say funny words, wrong grammar, and strange sentences. But do they stop? No. They keep talking.
And what happens? They get better. So, dear listener, I want you to repeat after me. Mistakes are my friends.
Again, louder. Mistakes are my friends.
That's the spirit. When you remove fear, your brain is free to think in English.
Here's a paradox. Sometimes you need to slow down in order to speed up.
What do you mean?
Many learners want to think fast in English, but when they push too hard, they get stuck. The secret is to slow down at the beginning.
Like practicing a musical instrument. First, you play slowly, carefully, with correct notes. Then, as your brain learns the pattern, you naturally play faster.
Exactly. So, when you practice thinking in English, don't rush. Say simple sentences slowly. For example, I am eating. Pause. I am eating bread. Pause. I am eating bread in the kitchen.
This step-by-step method trains your brain without stress. Later, your speed will increase naturally.
Let's introduce another powerful method, asking questions.
Yes, questions are the key to thinking. Your brain is curious. When you ask a question, your brain automatically searches for an answer.
So, if you want your brain to think in English, ask yourself questions in English.
For example, right now ask, what am I doing? The answer, I am listening to a podcast.
Next question, what do I want to eat later? Maybe you say, I want to eat pasta.
Another, what is the weather like today? You can answer, it is sunny, it is cold, it is rainy.
See, with just questions and answers, you can create small conversations in your mind.
And the more you do this, the more natural English thinking becomes.
Here's something many learners forget, emotions.
Oh, that's interesting. Tell us more.
When you connect English words with emotions, they stick in your brain. Think about your favorite song in English. You remember it not because of grammar, but because of feelings, happiness, love, sadness.
That's true. So, dear listener, when you learn new words, try to feel them. For example, the word excited. Don't just say it. Remember a time you felt excited. Connect the word to that feeling.
Or the word angry. Don't just memorize it. Remember a moment when you were angry. Feel the emotion and say, I was angry.
This emotional connection forces your brain to think in English more deeply.
Now, let's practice mini conversations.
Yes. Talking to yourself, is one of the best ways to train your brain.
Let's show an example. I'll ask you a question, and you, dear listener, answer out loud in English. Don't worry if no one hears you. Ready? What is your name?
You can answer, "My name is."
Next question. Where do you live?
You answer, "I live in."
Another. What is your favorite food?
Answer, "My favorite food is."
Simple, right? But very powerful. These mini conversations prepare your brain for real situations.
And the best part? You can do them anytime, in the shower, on the bus, before sleeping.
Do you remember we talked about shadowing earlier? Let's turn it into a challenge.
Yes. Here's how it works. Choose a short audio in English, maybe 2 minutes. Play it and repeat everything you hear at the same time, like an echo.
At first, it feels hard. You miss words. You feel slow. But don't stop. The goal is not perfection. The goal is training your brain to stay in English.
Do this every day for 1 week. Just 10 minutes per day. You'll notice that your mouth and brain start moving together, and your thoughts come faster.
Another method is to live your daily routine in English.
Yes. For example, when you wake up, say to yourself, "Good morning. I'm opening my eyes. I'm getting out of bed. I'm brushing my teeth."
When you eat breakfast, I'm eating bread. I am drinking coffee. The coffee is hot.
And when you go to bed, "I'm tired. I want to sleep. I'm turning off the light."
This habit creates an English environment in your brain all day long.
Let's give them another exercise. Word substitution.
Oh, I love this one. Here's how it works. Take a simple sentence and change just one word to create a new sentence.
Example, "I like apples." Now change the fruit. "I like bananas." Then, "I like pizza."
Next, change the subject. My brother likes pizza. My sister likes pizza. My teacher likes pizza.
Keep going. In a few minutes, you'll have made 20 or 30 sentences, all in English.
And your brain starts thinking in patterns, not translations.
Let's practice with time. English is past, present, and future. Thinking in English means practicing all three.
For example, choose a verb like to walk. In the present, I walk to school. In the past, I walk to school. In the future, I will walk to school.
Now try it with another verb, to eat. I eat breakfast. I ate breakfast. I will eat breakfast.
Simple, right? But powerful. This helps your brain handle English tenses automatically.
Here's a fun activity. Describe your world in English.
Look out of the window. Say what you see. I see cars. I see people walking. The sky is blue. The wind is cold.
Or describe your room. My bed is big. The wall is white. There is a picture on the wall.
The more you describe, the more your brain practices English directly with reality.
Let's talk about inner dialogue. That's the voice inside your head.
Yes, normally, it speaks in your native language, but you could train it to speak in English.
For example, when you're walking and you think, "I'm late," try to say it in English. "I'm late."
Or when you think, "I'm hungry," switch to English. "I'm hungry."
At first, it feels strange, but slowly, your inner voice will become bilingual.
Some learners ask, how long will it take to think in English?
The answer, it depends on repetition. The more you repeat, the faster your brain builds English pathways.
Think of it like going to the gym. One workout won't give you muscles, but daily repetition changes your body.
Same with English. One exercise won't change your brain, but daily repetition will.
Let's add something fun, short stories.
Yes, telling short stories is one of the best ways to train your brain.
For example, yesterday I went to the park. I saw a dog. The dog was funny. It followed me. I laughed.
Just 5 sentences, but full of practice.
And you can create these stories every day from your real life.
Do you know what helps me think in English? Pictures.
That's right. It's not just about knowing grammar rules and vocabulary, but actually rewiring your brain to process thoughts directly in English. Sounds intimidating, right?
It might seem that way at first, but we're going to break down some super practical, actionable tips to make it achievable. No magic wands, just consistent effort and smart strategies.
Exactly. So, where do we even begin? It's like trying to change the default setting in your brain.
Let's start with something simple. Visual thinking. When you see a picture, try to describe it in English.
Oh, I love this. So you grab a magazine, scroll through Instagram, whatever, and just narrate what you see in English. Like the sand is yellow, the water is blue, people are swimming.
Precisely. Train your brain to immediately connect images with English words and phrases.
Okay, that's a good starting point. What's next? Give us another easy win.
Create English-only moments in your day. Dedicate small chunks of time where you force yourself to think exclusively in English.
Like during lunch or your commute. Even just 10 minutes can make a difference. No translating allowed.
It's like a mental workout. The more you do it, the stronger that English thinking muscle becomes.
I like that analogy. Okay, so visualize, create English-only zones. What about something a bit more involved?
Try translating your day into English at the end of the day. Summarize what happened from morning till night, but only in English.
So, I woke up at 7, I had breakfast, I went to work. Doesn't have to be perfect grammar, just a recap in English.
Exactly. The goal is to make your brain summarize in English, making it your go-to language for daily life.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Small, consistent efforts to integrate English into everyday routines.
Bingo! Now, let's shift gears to the future. Try imagining your future in English. Connect your dreams and plans directly with English words.
So, instead of thinking about your goals in your native language and then translating, you immediately frame them in English. Tomorrow I will go shopping. Next week I will visit my cousin.
It makes English part of your life vision, not just a school subject. Okay, time for some tech help. Use technology smartly.
Voice assistants. Change Siri or Google Assistant to English and actually talk to them. What's the weather today? Set a timer for 5 minutes.
And, of course, use apps for English podcasts, audiobooks, and vocab. But listen actively, not passively.
Good point. And don't forget to record yourself speaking English. It's painful but so helpful.
Okay, here's a fun one. Create an English version of yourself. Give yourself an English name, maybe even a backstory.
Oh, I love this. Pretend you're Alex from London or Emily from New York when you speak English. It's like a mental costume party.
It's a playful trick, but it really helps you stop comparing with your native language. Now, talk about what you love in English.
Yes, if you're passionate about football, think about football in English. My favorite team is... They scored a goal. Passion makes learning easier.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about mistakes. Or rather, experiments.
Yeah, reframe those mistakes as experiments. Every time you try to think in English and it's not perfect, that's data, not failure.
Exactly. Now let's visualize. Create mind maps in English. Write a topic in the middle, for example, food.
Then draw branches. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And under each branch, write words in English.
This visual map trains your brain to organize thoughts in English. Next, journaling.
Write 1 page in English every day. It doesn't have to be long, just your thoughts, feelings, or plans.
Journaling is like having a private conversation with yourself in English. Simple English is real English.
Many learners try to think in complicated sentences, but that creates stress. Start simple because native speakers use short, clear sentences every day.
Yep. Now let's add role play. Pretend you are in different situations.
Like at a restaurant, you imagine saying, "Can I see the menu, please? I'd like chicken." Practicing these scenarios helps your brain prepare for real life.
Now get musical. Choose English songs you enjoy. Listen carefully, sing along. Notice the words.
When you sing, your brain memorizes patterns of English naturally. And songs are emotional, so you remember them faster.
Okay, this is powerful. Teach someone else. Even if your level is not perfect, you can teach basic English to a friend.
When you explain English in English, your brain has to organize ideas in English. That's powerful training.
Now compare, but don't translate. Many learners compare English with their native language, but the danger is translating word by word.
Instead, compare structures. Like, maybe in your language you say house big. In English, it's big house. Learn the pattern.
And remember, self-motivation is key. In those moments, say motivational phrases to yourself in English. I can do this. Every day I'm improving.
These phrases not only inspire you, but also keep your brain thinking in English. Finally, celebrate small wins.
Yes. If today you thought 1 minute in English, celebrate it. Progress is about small steps every day. One trick I use is thinking aloud.
Yes. Instead of keeping your thoughts silent, just say them in English. For example, when cooking, now I wash the rice. Now I cut the tomato. Now I add salt.
It feels a little silly at first, but it forces your brain to create English sentences quickly. Another exercise. Describe pictures.
Open Instagram or look at a photo album and describe what you see in English. This way, you train your mind to think visually in English.
Now here's a funny one. Talk to yourself in the mirror.
Yes. Pretend you are speaking to another person. Ask questions, give answers. It feels like acting, but it makes your English more automatic.
Next, to think faster in English, add time pressure. Set a timer for 1 minute. Then, try to speak or think about food in English nonstop until the timer rings.
Don't stop. Don't translate. Just push your brain to produce. This trains fluency and speed at the same time. Movies are great practice, but here's the key. Try watching without subtitles.
At first, it's difficult, but your brain starts to guess from context. It's like exercise for your listening and thinking. Also focus on common phrases.
Many learners worry about grammar, but communication is more about phrases. Learn chunks like, "Can I have?" "I'm looking forward to." These phrases are ready in your mind, so you don't need to translate. You just use them.
Here's a lifestyle hack. Change your phone language to English. You'll quickly learn words like settings, notifications, download. It's immersion without leaving your home.
Here is another idea. Have many debates with yourself. Choose a topic, like is technology good or bad? Argue one side in English, then argue the other side. This not only trains thinking in English, but also critical thinking.
And finally, the shadowing method. You listen to a native speaker and repeat immediately, like a shadow. Your mouth, your brain, and your ears all work together.
Yes, so effective. One last idea. Practice gratitude in English. Every morning or evening, think of 3 things you are grateful for and say them in English.
This builds positive emotion, and your brain connects English with good feelings. We've shared so many strategies today to help you force your brain to think in English.
Yes, and remember, the real secret is consistency. Practice every single day, even for just 10 minutes, and your brain will slowly switch to English.
Exactly. So here's our challenge for you. Today, choose one technique from this podcast and try it.
And we would love to hear from you. Share your favorite technique in the comments. Which idea will you try first? Which one feels the most exciting for you?
Thank you so much for staying with us all the way through this long journey. We hope you enjoyed and learned a lot.
Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and remember, every day you're becoming better.
See you next time, and good luck on your English journey.